Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to showcase one of my dear friends and just an amazing creator. My lovely friend Jenna, also known as Moonlit Faye, creates the most amazing tarot bags, crystal bags. They can be used for other things as well. She gifted me is it a love package or a care package with lots of fantastic items in, one of those things being a selection of her tarot bag creations. And whilst they were a gift and there was no requirement behind them, they're freaking amazing. Yes, okay, she's my friend, but these bags are awesome. And I wanted to come on and showcase my appreciation for her craft and what she does, and just let you guys have a look at them as well, in case it's anything that ever interests anyone else. So that's all I'm here to do. As you can see, I've already got one here, and a few of the creations were made as a surprise and a couple of them I picked. And I do have to say I did pick this one because it's so cute, you guys. It's got black and white cats on it, and I have been a many cat owner over the years. I've had lots of cats, but the cats that I have bonded with on more of a soulful level, whether you want to call them a familiar or whatever kind of connection that you recognise, they were actually both black and white before my little leopard spotty Bengal baby that I've got now. And when I saw this bag, I just was like, yes. And so these are, I guess, what I would refer to as the most standard tarot bags that the lovely Jenna creates. And they're actually reversible, which is pretty darn cool, you guys. So we've got the spotty on the inside and the cats on the outside. And I've got in here the Animal Totem Tarot. It's kind of standard Llewellyn stock. It is the thicker, older stock, just to give you an idea of size. One of the things that Jenna does do, if I'm going to be telling you about her wonderful bags, is she does take custom orders, and also there's different size ranges. So really I'm just showing you some of the wonderful designs that she sent to me. But as I say, fully reversible, and my god, the seams, it's just, there are no seams basically. It's gorgeous. Look at the kitties, you guys. This crazy cat lady had to have this bag, and I love the ribbons. I'm so thankful because I had so many decks without homes and now they're all snuggly. Next up, she sent me some lovely wraps. Again, these are all pretty good for storage as well, even with the ribbons. I have to confess, I am not the best ribbon tire, and you can see I've just kind of done what I wanted because it's fine. When they came, they had these beautifully presented bows, in which I am not very good at bows, but you can tie them in bows. It does look very good, and you can see it's kind of wrapped around them several times. This material, it's so awesome. They're kind of, well, they're not kind of, they've got the whole Disney baddies, I guess, for want of a better word. We've got Cruella de Vil. Is she called Maleficent in the first one, or is that just in the Maleficent movie? I don't know. And then it's got this amazing kind of Beetlejuice-esque insides. Again, the wraps in this case are reversible. This one was created as a surprise. This was the other bag that I chose. I haven't done this one up because I want to show you. This material has glow in the dark, so you can see these little silver kind of detailing, and really what I figured I would do is just give you an idea of sizing. For this one I've got my medicine cards in, but can just as easily have a nice thick tarot deck in there as well, and then the wraps give you a lot of room to play with, if that makes sense, and then you can tie the ribbons any which way you want. Next up we have window bags, you guys. Window bags, yes. For those of us who may not remember what is in there, Jenna has solved this with windows, and I think that this is a pretty ingenious idea. There are other ways that she has also explored letting us sort of signpost what our decks are. I think she created what looks like T tags, if I'm remembering correctly, which could have the deck name on it, or it could just have your name on it. I think they're quite customizable, but the window bags particularly excite me because if you get the deck to match, it kind of just looks really funky. These two were made with these particular decks in mind. Of course I didn't have to put these decks in them, but they're just beautiful. I do like the additional details as well of, I don't know what you would call these, but the little keychain additions. How good does this look with my Animal Kin deck, you guys? This is the 3rd edition Animal Kin Indie Oracle, but I figured that I would show you what other kind of decks would fit in there, just in case you are looking to get a bag. As an example here, I've got my Lioness Oracle Tarot, which is also the same sort of dimensions as the bordered versions of the Star Child, and because it comes with a book that is the same size as the deck, there's also room in there for that. So there's quite a decent amount of room in these, and that's a bit of a bonus because I noticed that if I want to take one of my palm stones, I don't want to drop it, there we go, that's going to fit in quite beautifully there. You can also fit a spread cloth in. You've got a cloth that you travel with that obviously you don't mind wrapping up, and then you've kind of got your little kit all ready to go without having to have it all separately. And I'm just besotted with these as well. I do love anything that's been crafted by someone, especially when you know them. It kind of adds that personal energy to it, and I really wanted to show you this one. Although I've shown you what you can do with them, this was created for my Deviant Moon. Jenna knows me so well. The moth, the skulls, it's just so awesome. I mean, look at this. And it was really sweet, the little messages that said, you know, don't feel obliged to use that deck, but how could I not use this for my Deviant Moon? It is perfect, and it's got this really deep blood red inside. I mean, just yes. And you can see, because I tend to, whilst I don't use the little white book or the spare cards, I do tend to like to keep them with my decks. I don't know, I am that person. I also tried and fit the box in here for people who kind of like the bags as an extra accessory, but still want to keep the box, and the box fit in with ease. So, but how awesome does this look? I love it. It is, I think it's the one that I anticipated the most, just because I knew that one of the bags was going to be created for this deck, and I didn't particularly like putting it in and out of the box. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze, and it just tends to have a little bit of wear and tear on the edges, whereas these bags, they're squared off at the bottom as well, and it just feels like it gives them that extra padding. It doesn't feel super thin. I'm not worried about them getting damaged. It's still a bag, I'm not going to throw it across the room, but at the same time it gives it enough protection for me to feel safe to carry this around and just show off my Deviant Moon Tarot. Yes, this deck bag is just bringing me all of the joy. And finally, last but not least, these are the clutch bags. Again, this was made with specific decks in mind, and so this is what I would call a traditional sized one. What I find interesting about these bags is that they kind of, that whole clutch feel, you could really pick something that looked, if you wanted to, a material that you were quite happy to use out and about as an actual clutch. I've had makeup bags like this. The smaller ones, they sort of remind me of something I might put crystals in as well. And so I do like that about this. If you're not a ribbon person, there's also that bonus, and they're magnetised as well. Look at the pattern, you guys. Look at these amazingly quirky and kind of old school, gives me that vintage cat picture vibe. In here at the moment, I've got another Llewellyn deck. This is the Mystical Cats Tarot because, look you guys, it's so cute. As I say, they do bigger ones. Jenna does bigger ones. But also it's a nice little size for some of the smaller decks. This is my I Am Power deck. It's really thick, this deck as well. And again, fits in. It's boxed off at the bottom, so it's not like it's pulling at the material. And because it's a smaller deck, it can have crystal buddies in there, which again, I love, love, love. And there you have it, just something fun to show you these beautiful gifts I received, to tell you about this fabulous creator, and to just support another business on here, which is something that I enjoy doing. I love doing it on Instagram, and so why not do it on YouTube as well? I will try and insert a picture of how they came packaged because it was very beautiful as well. They were wrapped up in some sort of craft paper, and of course you get a business card with them. Here you can see all of the details, and what I'll do is I'll put all the links below as well. You don't have to get it off of this, but this is just a lovely little business card that came with them. If you've got any questions about the bags that I've got, then of course you can ask me and I'll answer if I can. Otherwise you can find Moonlit Faye, aka Jenna, through Instagram, through the website, and there is her email on there as well. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. It just felt like something fun to do, and I will catch you all again soon with another video.